Okay, so the topic is circular functions or trigonometric functions. No? So the terms refer to the same thing. No? It's just the approaches. Okay, so we can discuss circular function using circle, or we can go ahead and discuss circular functions or trigonometric functions using triangles. Okay? So, subukan nating gamitin yung dalawang approaches so you will have options also. Okay? Consider the right triangle and let us be again familiar with the location of each part of a right triangle. I mean, each part of a right triangle with respect to the angle theta. So I guess everyone is familiar with the figure, which is a right triangle. The perpendicular sides are also known as the legs, no, of the triangle. Ito, yung dalawang sides. And of course, the longest side is known as the hypotenuse. So the name of the sides of your triangle will actually depend on the position of your angle theta. No? So let's try to position angle theta here in the triangle. Okay? So since angle theta is here, the leg close to the angle theta, which is this leg, will now be named adjacent side. Now, so we will call it adjacent side. And then the side that is opposite the angle will be named opposite side. Of course, the longest side is the hypotenuse. Now, a different naming will be given to this triangle if you put the angle theta here. So if the angle theta is here, the side adjacent to the angle theta will be this side. Ito na ngayon ang magiging adjacent. Kanina siya yung opposite kasi nandito si angle. No? But since angle is placed here, adjacent side becomes this side and the opposite side becomes this horizontal side. No? And then the longest side is the hypotenuse. Okay? So you just have to make sure that you're able to locate your angle theta before giving names to the sides. Okay? Because that will be our basis in the discussion of the six trigonometric functions. So the approach we're using is the triangle method. Now, using the definition of the six trigonometric functions, your sine, cosine, tangent, your cosecant, your secant, and your cotangent. So we will use this triangle having the angle theta placed here. So this is your adjacent, this is the opposite, this is the hypotenuse. Okay? There are three basic trigonometric functions as we know them. Your sine function, your cosine, and your tangent. And then we have the mnemonic where you remember the function to be SOHCAHTOA. Okay? SO stands for sine, O for opposite, H for hypotenuse. So by definition, sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Your cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and your tangent is actually opposite over adjacent. Then to remember, the other three functions, which are called reciprocal trigonometric functions, they're called reciprocal because you can obtain the ratio by getting the reciprocal of the three original functions or of the three basic functions. No? So you have to remember this by having the mnemonic cho, cha, cow. Okay? Cho means cosine, cosecant, hypotenuse, opposite. Okay? Cha means secant, and we have hypotenuse adjacent. And then cow is cotangent equals adjacent over opposite. But you don't have to remember this chocha cow anymore if you're very much familiar already with the soka towa, since you just have to get the reciprocal of each to complete the remaining trigonometric functions. The reciprocal of sine is cosecant in symbol that's CSC. No? The reciprocal of cosine is secant, which is SEC. The reciprocal of tangent is cotangent, which is COT or cot. Okay? Now, so having this in mind, let's proceed with our example here. Evaluate sine theta, cosine theta, tangent theta, secant theta, cosecant theta, and cotangent theta. When you're asked to evaluate, meaning you will be finding the values of each function. So we're given a triangle here where the legs are 3, 4, and the hypotenuse is 5. So your theta is positioned here. Therefore, the side labeled 3 becomes your adjacent side. And the side labeled 4 becomes your opposite side. And of course, the longest side will be the hypotenuse. So we get the definition of the 6 trigonometric functions. Sine theta is opposite hypotenuse. Cosine theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent theta is opposite over adjacent, followed by the inverses. No? So sine theta is opposite, which is 4 over 3. So the answer here, over 5, no? Which is the hypotenuse, not the adjacent. So that should be 4 over 5. And then cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. That's 3 over 5. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. That's 4 over 3. Okay? We get the reciprocal of cosine to get secant. Cosine is 3 over 5. This should be 5 over 3. Reciprocal of sine is cosecant. Sine is 4 over 5. So this should be 5 over 4. Reciprocal of tangent is 3 over 4. So these are the values of the 6 trigonometric functions of your angle theta having this given triangle. Okay? Nakakasunod tayo? Sige. Let's proceed with the next example. Find the 6 circular function of theta in the given figure. So we have the triangle. Sides are 6, 8, and 10. So your angle theta is positioned here. Therefore, 6 becomes your adjacent. 8 becomes your opposite. Okay? And 10 becomes the hypotenuse. So to start with sine theta, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. That's basically 8 over 10. 8 over 10, when simplified, gives us 4 over 5. And then cosine theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. That is 6 over 10. 6 over 10 is 3 over 5. And then, of course, tangent is opposite over adjacent. 8 over 6. Huh? 8 over 6 is actually 4 over 3 when simplified. Okay? We get the reciprocal of sine, that's cosecant. And that's equivalent to 1 over sine theta. So that's basically 5 over 4. Reciprocal of cosine is secant. That's 5 over 3. Tangent is cotangent. When you get the reciprocal, that's 3 over 4. So that completes our solution for the second example. Okay? Now we proceed with the third example. Find the values of the 6 trigonometric function given, 6 trigonometric function given the right triangle below, no? So one of the legs is 5, the hypotenuse is 10 because theta is here. So we would know that 5 would be our adjacent side. But the problem is we do not have the measure of the opposite side. No? So all you have to do is to label these sides. Let A be the adjacent side, B the opposite, C the hypotenuse. So A is equal to 5, B is not given, C is 10. Okay? So before we find the 6 trigonometric functions of theta, we need to find the value of B. So to get the value of B, we will be using your Pythagorean theorem. Remember the formula A squared plus B squared equals C squared, where your C is actually the hypotenuse. A and B are the sides, perpendicular sides, okay? Substituting the values, A is 5, C is 10, and then transposing 10 to the left, or, transposing A squared to the right, you'll be able to get B squared to be 10 squared of minus 5 squared. When you simplify, that's actually 100 minus 25. And then we try to reduce this. Your B squared is equal to 75. Okay? Now we get the square roots on both sides. So what we get here is the square root of 75. But square root of 75 is not in the simplest form yet. No? So we can actually factorize 75 into 25 times 3. Remember that 25 is a perfect square. So we get the square root, and the root is 5. So meaning you have to subtract 5 and then you leave square root of 3. No? So that's basically 5 square root of 3 for B. And then we can proceed with the definition of your SOHCAHTOA, where sine is opposite over hypotenuse. The opposite side is B, which is 5 square root of 3 over 10, which is your hypotenuse. 5 square root of 3 over 10 when reduced will give you square root of 3 over 5. Now, magka-cancel ka lang dito. And then for cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. The adjacent side is 5 over 10. 5 over 10 would simplify to 1/2. And then your tangent theta is opposite adjacent. Opposite is 5 square root of 3 over 5. You would cancel 5. That gives you the value of square root of 3. Okay? Next, we get the reciprocal of sine. So we'll get cosecant. Cosecant is 2 over square root of 3. But remember, when the denominator is a radical, we have to rationalize. No? So I know you know how to rationalize the denominator. And I will not teach that anymore since you did this in your GenMath. So the rationalized form of 2 square root over square root of 3 would be 2 square root of 3 over 3. And then you have secant 2 over 1, or simply that's equivalent to 1. Okay? Cotangent is 1 over square root of 3 when you get the reciprocal of tangent. But you have to rationalize this, so this becomes square root of 3 over 3. Okay? Are we clear with this example? Okay. So I hope no one is sleeping, because hindi ko kayo nakikita, no? Sige. Now let's try to approach the discussion using circular functions or using circle. Kanina, the approach is using triangle, no? So this time, we'll discuss using circle. So we label the Cartesian plane to be X and Y, no? With the axis X and Y. Now, what you see here is a circle, and we can actually choose a point on the circle. So let's denote this point as XY, no? So from the point xy, we can actually drop a line that is perpendicular to the x-axis. Drop a line that's perpendicular to the x-axis. And from this intersection, you draw another line here, which will connect it to the origin. So what we have is a right triangle. No? So since there's a right triangle here, we will denote the angle formed by this radius to be your theta. And then we will label the sides to be x and y. No? So alam naman natin that the value of x here will denote the length of the side here. And the value of y here in the x and y coordinates will also determine the height of your triangle. So that's why you got x, y, and r. And this is your theta. Kung mapapansin ninyo, wala na tayong opposite, adjacent, at saka hypotenuse. No? We only have x, y, and r. Okay? But still using that as reference. Your theta is here, the opposite side is y, the adjacent side is x, hypotenuse is r. So if you try to define sine theta, that's actually opposite over r, no, over hypotenuse, y over r. So pag kinuha mo ang cosine theta, that's actually adjacent over hypotenuse, that's x over r. Okay? And then your tangent is opposite over adjacent, which is y over x. Reciprocal of sine is cosecant. So, babaliktad na rin yung ratio mo. It becomes r over y. Cosine theta, when you get the reciprocal, it's secant. That's r over x. Cotangent theta, reciprocal of tangent, that's x over y. So this now becomes our definition of the 6 circular functions. Okay? Maliwanag? Sige. So mukhang nabawasan pa tayo, no? You're only 24. So the definition is given or formal definition is given using this slide, no? So hindi ko na i-discuss to since this is the same thing that we have in the previous slide. Okay? Now, let's apply. Find the 6 circular function values of the angle theta in the standard position whose terminal side passes through 1, 4. No? So kapag daw given tayo ng point, no? And that point is actually the terminal side of your triangle. So ang gagawin mo is to plot the point, no? So that's 1 unit going to your right, and then 1 unit going up. So we locate the point to be here. No? So connect the point to the origin, and then you drop a line from the point down to the x-axis. Tapos i-connect mo rin siya dito. So this becomes your right triangle now. Okay? So this is your right triangle. So ang angle theta is located here. So we will label this as angle theta. Tapos this is your y, which is equal to 4 units. Remember, this is xy here with coordinates 1, 4. So yung horizontal side natin is equal to 1. Ang tanong, what's the length of the hypotenuse? No? Or your radius? So gagamitan mo siya ng Pythagorean formula, no? That is r equals square root of x squared plus y squared. Okay? So, ang mangyayari, sa substitute mo yung x and y, you'll have 1 square plus 4 square, no? That will simplify to the square root of 1 plus 16, or simply square root of 17 for r. So square root of 17 is the simplest form already.
Opo.
So you're ready to find your sine, cosine, and tangent. No? Sine theta is y over r. So 4 over square root of 17. Simplify to the rationalized form. So this becomes the function. I mean the ratio, no? Cosine theta is x over r. That's 1 over square root of 17. Rationalize, we have this. And then for tangent, it's 4 over 1. So that simplifies to 4. Reciprocal of sine is cosecant, square root of 17 over 4. Reciprocal of cosine is secant. That's square root of 17 over 1, or simply square root of 17. And then your tangent will have its reciprocal, so that's cotangent 1 over 4. No? So that will make the sixth circular function. Again, tinawag mo siyang sixth circular function simply because the point 1, 4 is actually found or as a point in a circle. No? Pag dinraw mo yung circle na yan, yung circle natin will contain the point 1, 4. Okay? Questions, class? May tanong tayo? Sige, wala daw. Okay, I'll proceed to the next example. Find the sixth circular function of the angle theta in standard position whose terminal side is passing through -3 and 4. Negative 3 and 4 is actually on the third quadrant, no? -3 down, to your left, -5 down. Okay? So that makes the point to be here. Then connect the point to the origin that forms your terminal side. Okay? So ang tanong, saan ko mabubuo yung triangle na binuo natin kanina dito? 'Di ba? So, kanina, from the point, we drop a line going to the x-axis. Hindi ako nag-drop ng line going to the y-axis, no? From the given point. So again, you have to remember that when you form the triangle, no, the line that you are going to draw should be from the given point down to the x-axis. Okay? So in this case, since the point is here, all you have to do is draw a line from this position going to the x-axis. So it's on the negative side of the x-axis. So ito yung ito yung right angle natin, no? So ulitin ko, hindi tayo nagfo-form ng triangle with the y-axis, class, ha? It is always with the x-axis. So since ito yung triangle ko, yung side ko dito is x, tama? That's actually -3. No? Tapos yung side natin dito, it's -5. Okay? So nasaan yung angle theta? Ang sabi, angle theta is in standard position. So ano uli ang natatandaan natin pag sinabing standard position? Dapat ang initial side niyan nasaan? Nasa x-axis, positive side ni x. So you have to draw the angle. Ito yung angle ko, no? This is your theta. Okay? Kaya lang, ito yung triangle mo. No? Yung bang angle theta dyan would be the same as the angle that will be formed here. No? Magkakaroon ka ng angle dito. Ang mangyayari, ito na ngayon ang gagawin mong angle theta. No? Kasi ito yung magiging reference mo doon sa triangle. So since this is the angle theta, ito ang adjacent, ito ang opposite, ito ang hypotenuse. Okay? Meron kang value ng x dito, meron kang value ng y dito. So gagamitin mo uli yung formula na x square plus y square equals r square. No? So you have to substitute the value of x dito, substitute the value of y dito para makuha mo si r. No? So negative 3 squared is 9. Negative 5 squared is 25. 25 plus 9 is actually 34. No? And then you have to get the square root. So kaya ang r natin ay equal to square root of 34. No? Yan. Kaya kung mapapansin niyo dito, yung value ko ng sin theta is negative 5 kasi yun yung y, tama? Over r, square root of 34. Again, you have to rationalize. Your cosine theta is negative 3 over square root of 34. Okay? Your tangent theta is negative 5 over negative 3, which is 5 over 3. So, pansinin niyo yung value ko ng sine, cosine, at saka tangent dito. No? As you compare that to the sine, cosine, tangent on the previous slide. So, sine, cosine, tangent dito, lahat positive. No? Yung reciprocal nila positive din. So, dito, sine, cosine ay negative. No? Yung tangent ko positive. So, ang tanong ko, what determines the sign of your trigonometric function? Ang sagot, it's based on the position of your terminal side, no? Or position of the terminal side of your given angle. Sa first quadrant, ang sign natin parehong positive, no? So, that would mean your x is positive, your y is also positive, no? On the first quadrant. Kaya wala kang magiging negative dito. Pag nasa punta ka sa second quadrant, ang x mo ay magiging negative, ang y mo positive. No? Sa third quadrant, ang x at y ay negative. Sa fourth quadrant, yung y mo negative. Okay? So, that we could summarize here. No? Now, the first quadrant, all functions are positive. Your cosine, your sine, tangent, secant, cotangent. No? Sa second quadrant, negative ang cosine. Remember, your x is negative here. Huh? Your y is positive, which corresponds to sine. The rest will become negative, except do sa reciprocal ni sine, which is cosecant. Sa third quadrant, negative ang cosine, negative ang sine. Your x and y are negative. Your tangent is positive, also your cotangent. Okay? Sa fourth quadrant, ang cosine positive, which is your x. Sine will be negative, which is your y. Your tangent becomes negative also because this is y over x. No? Y is positive. Wait. Y is negative, x is positive. So when you get the quotient, that's negative. Okay? So negative din yung dalawa, cosecant at saka cotangent. So ang tatandaan mo lang, yung letter A, all functions or functions are positive in quadrant 1. Sine is positive in quadrant 2. Tangent is positive in quadrant 3. And cosine is positive in quadrant 4. So it's easy to remember things that are positive. No? Mas mahirap mag-memorize ng negative. Tama ba? Okay. So, this can also be demonstrated using this Cartesian plane. No? So if this is your Cartesian plane, You know that your x and y are positive in the first quadrant, x and y in the second quadrant, x is negative. Third quadrant, x and y are both negative. Fourth quadrant, y is the only thing negative here. No? Okay. Now, sabi mo sa first quadrant, all are positive. Tama? Sa second quadrant, ang tinandaan mo, sign lang ang positive. Sa third quadrant, tangent lang ang positive. Sa fourth quadrant, cosine lang ang positive. So you have to remember the initials or the acronym ASTC. All, sine, tangent, cosine. No? Let's have a mnemonic for this. Sabi nung iba, para daw madaling matandaan, let's make a sentence out of these letters. No? All, okay? S would stand for your favorite subject. I know math is not your favorite subject, so it is science. Okay? All science, and since science is your favorite subject, your favorite teacher also. No? Okay, all science teachers, and then you describe your science teacher. C. All science teachers are, okay, what can you put here? Sige nga, lagyan natin ng salita to. Let's have a description of your science teacher. Can you type in? Any answer? Okay, cool. Okay. What else? All science teachers are cool. Your math teacher is not. Okay. Cute daw. Okay. Sige, pwede. No, all science teachers are cute. Okay. Oh, sabi ng isang klase, all science teachers are crazy. Tama ba? Okay. Crazy is not a negative description of your science teacher, di ba? So sometimes you would call them crazy kasi ang daming experiment na gustong gawin, di ba? So ang daming gustong ma-discover, okay? So crazy in positive way, okay? All science teachers are crazy, all science teachers are cute, all science teachers are cool. So you have to remember that, okay? Sige. Now, let's practice. Determine whether the resulting value in each item is positive or negative. Cosine 120. Okay? I'd like to know if cosine 120 is positive or negative. So how do I determine that? So you locate the position of 120 degrees. Saang quadrant ko makikita si 120? Sige nga, can you type in your answer? Let me see the first one to guess that. Quadrant number 2 ang 120. Sige, tama silang apat. O yan, 6. Okay. Quadrant 2. 120 is in quadrant 2. Anong sabi natin? All science teachers are cool. Second quadrant, S, sign. So, ibig sabihin, si sign lang ang positive dito. Tama? So, ano si cosine? Negative. Tama? Okay. So, cosine 120 should be negative. Okay. Let's have another one. Secant 50. 50 is in quadrant 1. Remember, all science teachers are cute. All are positive on the first quadrant. So, lahat positive in quadrant 1. Therefore, your second 50 is also positive. Okay? Sige, who would like to answer the next question? Who would like to volunteer? Determine the quadrant. Sige, Gian. Let's have the next question. Sige, can you determine the position or the sign of cotangent 11 pi over 6? So, ang tanong, saang quadrant natin makikita si 11 pi over 6? Can you answer that question first?
Mm. Pwede
Mary.
po i-solve muna po.
Okay. So, ibig sabihin, you have to convert 11 pi over 6. Tama ba?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So, that's the very first step. Sige, can you solve that? Mary, meron ka sagot? Okay, so where do you think is the position of the terminal side? 11 pi over 6. So, i-convert natin sa degrees. Sige, Francis, what did you get?
Quadrant 4 po.
Quadrant 4, because 11 pi over 6 is equal to ilang degrees? Quadrant 4 is correct. Ilan ang degrees na equivalent ni 11 pi over 6? 300?
300. Ano po?
330.
330 po.
Okay, 330. So sa Alexandra, tama din. Okay. So ganun ang gagawin ha. Kapag given ka ng angle that is in radian, you have to convert it to degrees. So you would easily be able to determine the quadrant. So quadrant 4, all science teachers are cute. Cute. So ibig sabihin cosine. Cosine lang ang positive sa fourth quadrant. Ano residual ng cosine? Secant. Tama? So cosine and secant are positive in the fourth quadrant. Therefore, cotangent is negative. Okay tayo sa mga examples natin? Okay. Next, determine the quadrant containing the angle theta. Paano natin malalaman kung saan quadrant makikita ang angle mo? Dito. Given that your cosine theta is greater than 0 and your tangent theta is less than 0. So yung sign na yan, ibig sabihin kapag greater than 0, positive. Tama? Tangent theta is negative. So, paano mong gagawin yan? Sino may idea para gawin to? Anyone? All science teachers are crazy. All are positive in the first quadrant. Tama ba? First quadrant ito. Tsaka, sang quadrant pa. All science teachers are cute. Okay, fourth quadrant. Positive ang cosine sa first quadrant at saka sa fourth quadrant. Para hindi ka malito, gumamit ka ng table. Balikan mo yung table ko kanina. So, hanapin mo sa ang quadrant positive si cosine. Cosine is positive here. Tama? First quadrant. Saan pa? Ayun, sa fourth quadrant. Positive siya sa fourth. Si tangent, negative. Saan negative si tangent? Negative ba si tangent? Dito. Sa second quadrant. Tama? Saan pa negative si tangent? Dito. Ayan. O, tingnan mo. Saan quadrant may dalawang check? Sa fourth quadrant. So we could say that this is in quadrant 4. Okay? So that's how you determine the quadrant that contains your theta given tayo ng sign ng mga functions natin. Okay? Let's have another example. Sin theta is less than 0. Cotangent theta is greater than 0. So meaning sine is negative, cotangent is positive. Ilagay mo yung table, hanapin mo yung sine, saan siya negative. Negative ang sine, saan? Third quadrant, tama ba? Ayun, negative ang sine sa third quadrant. Sa fourth quadrant, negative din siya, di ba? Ayan, no? Okay. Si cotangent, positive saan? Definitely sa first quadrant. Di ba? Saan pa positive yan? Si cotangent. Dito. Sa third quadrant. Alin dyan yung may dalawang check? Quadrant 3. No? That would be quadrant 3. Okay? Can you follow with this? Okay. Mukhang madali lang siya, no? Sige, let's have the next one. Determine the quadrant containing the angle theta. Tangent theta is less than 0. Cosecant theta is greater than 0. Okay? So, tangent is negative, cosecant is positive. Kung ayaw mo namang gamitin yung table, gamitin mo yung quadrants natin, no? So, ang sagot dito, quadrant 2. Kaya lang, paano ko nakuha si quadrant 2, no? Sige, ito yung ano natin, all science teachers are cute. Ayan. Hanapin mo saan positive si tangent. Si tangent, all positive dito. So, quadrant 1, positive tayo. O, ito muna. Tangent ay negative pala, no? Tangent is negative. Tangent will be negative on the quadrant 2. Tama? Kasi si sine lang ang positive dito. Saan pa siya negative? Dito si tangent lang ang positive. Si cosine lang ang positive. Therefore, si tangent negative din dito. No? Cosecant, remember that cosecant is sine kapag ni-reciprocal. Saan positive si sine? Quadrant 1 at saka quadrant 2. So, alin yung may dalawang check? Quadrant 2. No? That's how you answer this. Sige. Alin ang mas madaling gamitin? Yung table o ito? Ayan daw. Okay. Kasi madali lang. Mag-draw ka lang dito no? Sige. Next. Oh, let's have another one. Find the exact value of the other 5 trigonometric function values of theta. Given ka ng sine theta is negative 4/5 and your cosine theta is greater than 0. No? So, bago ka mag-solve ng 5 function, anong gagawin mo muna? Alamin mo muna kung saang quadrant makikita to. Okay? So, lumalabas your sine theta is negative, your cosine is positive. So, all science teachers are cute. Hanapin mo saan negative si sine. Negative ba sa first? Hindi. Negative ba sa second? Hindi. Positive nga siya. So, ibig sabihin dito sa dalawang quadrant na to yun, konti-negative. No? Ayan. Si cosine, positive. Positive ba si cosine sa first quadrant? Yes. Sa second quadrant, positive ba siya? Si sine lang ang positive dyan. Diba? Dito si tangent lang. So, ibig sabihin, hindi positive dito. Tama? Dito sa fourth quadrant, positive. So, we are in the fourth quadrant. Okay? Sige. Ang tanong, paano ko makukuha si cosine, si tangent? Diba? So, balikan mo ang definition ng sine theta. Remember that your sine theta is negative 4/5. And remember that your sine theta is actually y/r. So from here, it's easier to determine that your y is negative 4 and your r is 5. Okay? So, hindi tayo magkakalituhan dito. Lagi lang tatandaan na yung r natin ay positive yan lagi. No? So, ang magkakaroon lang plus minus si x or si y. So, in this case, you have your y equals negative 4, your r equals positive 5. Ang tanong, ano si x? Gamitan mo ng formula. No? Solve x for using Pythagorean formula. So, x squared plus y squared equals r squared. Substitute the values, transpose, simplify. That's 25 minus 16 is equal to 9. When you get the square root on both sides, you'll be able to get x is equal to 3. Tama? Remember, class, when you get the square root, okay, there are two signs for its root, positive 3 and negative 3. Ang tanong, anong sign ng 3? Excuse. Ang kukunin natin, no? Is it the positive 3 or the negative 3? Sige nga, can you guess that? Is it the positive 3 or the negative 3 root? Ang kukunin ko. Negative, sabi ni Derek. Okay, bakit negative? Bakit negative? Sige nga, can you explain that? Okay, negative po lagi ang x and y. Is it always negative, si x and y? Remember kapag ang terminal side mo nasa first quadrant, si x and y positive parehas, di ba? So it's not always negative, tama? Pag nasa second quadrant, x lang ang negative, si y positive. Sa third quadrant, dito negative si x, negative si y. Tama ba? And then sa fourth quadrant, positive si x, negative si y. So since nasa fourth quadrant tayo, we will take the positive value of x. Nagkalinawan tayo? Are we clear with that? Bakit positive ang kinuha natin? Yan, Derek? Malinaw tayo doon, ha? So, negative, tsaka negative lang si x and y kapag nasa third quadrant. Pero pag nasa ibang quadrant, iba na yung signs, na? So, we will take the positive root of 9, which is 3. So, we can now write down cosine theta. Cosine theta is x over r, which is 3 over 5. Your tangent theta is y over x, negative 4 over 3. So, tingnan ninyo, sa fourth quadrant, all science teachers are cute. Sino lang ang positive dito? Si cosine. Lumalabas negative si sine. Tangent is also negative. So, since you're able to find the three functions, makukuha mo na rin yung tatlo pa. Cosecant is 5 over negative 4. Secant is 5 over 3. Cotangent is 3 over negative 4. Are we clear? Sige. Okay, bago tayo mag-start dito, I'll give you 3 minutes for a bio break. Sige, if you want to take water, drink water, eat something, go to the bathroom, we have 3 minutes. Then we will be back at exactly 10:07. Okay? Sige. Galing ko muna ang sharing. Okay. Nakabalik na lahat? Sige, wait lang. Sige. So, start na ulit tayo, no? So, I'll be sharing my screen again. So, this time, sige nga, thumbs up nga kung nandito na lahat. Okay. Sige. So, we have here the circular functions of special angles, no? So 30, 45, and 60 are said to be special angles because there are special ratios associated with them, no? So that's the reason why they are called special. May mga special values, okay? So we're shown here an equilateral triangle. Pag sinabing equilateral triangle, or the sides are equal, no? So kung lahat ng sides ng triangle ay equal, that would mean also that the interior angles are also equal, no? So yun kasi yung relationship. Pag pare-parehas ang sukat ng sides, pare-parehas din yung sukat ng angle. Okay? Now, if we are to assign, kunwari, yung side natin ay 2. So lahat ng sides na makikita mo dyan should measure 2 also, no? So from here, kapag nagkaroon ako or pag hinati ko yung triangle mula dito sa taas down here, so we're cutting off the triangle into 2 triangles, di ba? The triangle is now becoming a right triangle. So kung ang sukat ito ay 2, ito ay 2, ano ngayon ang magiging sukat dito? So the measure is now 1, no? Magiging 1 yan. Ang tanong, anong sukat ng height dito? Okay? So we're cutting off the triangle. We're cutting off also the angle here, no? Kukunin natin yung isang kalahati ng triangle. So we have the triangle here. Kanina yung sukat dito ay 2, yung sukat dito ay 1. This is 30, 60. Remember that this is 90, no? So ang tanong, ano yung height natin? So we could always find the height using Pythagorean formula, di ba? 1 square plus h square is equal to 2 square. Okay? Or 2 square is equal to 1 square plus h square. So, solving for h square, ililipat ko si 1 square sa kanan or sa kaliwa, no? You'll have 4 minus 1. So it becomes 3. When you get the square root, that's the value of h. So your h is actually square root of 3. So from here, pwede na natin kunin yung trigonometric functions ng 30 degrees or ng 60 degrees. Diba? Okay. Simulan natin sa 30 degrees. So since this is 30, one is opposite or one is x. Square root of 3 is your y. Your r is 2. So from the definition, it's actually x over r. 1 over 2. Kapag cosine naman, square root of 3 over 2. Ito. Kapag tangent, opposite, adjacent. 1 over square root of 3. Yung value na nakikita ninyo dito is the rationalized value. No? Okay. Reciprocal ng sine is cosecant. Kaya 2. Reciprocal ng cosine, 2 over square root of 3 or the rationalized value which is 2 square root of 3 over 3. Reciprocal na to is square root of 3. So, ibig sabihin, since this angle is special, these are its special values which we need to remember. No? Sine 30 is 1/2, cosine 30 is square root of 3 over 2, tangent 30 is square root of 3 over 3. So at least yung tatlo na yon kabisado natin. Okay? So kunin naman natin yung 60. So ito si 60, ito si 30. Hypotenuse ay 2. This is 1. This is square root of 3. So yung sine 60, ito yung 60. So it will be square root of 3 over 2. No? Ayan, square root of 3 over 2. Yung cosine is 1 over 2. No? Yung tangent is square root of 3 over 1. Ito yun. And then the rest are the reciprocal of these numbers. Nakasunod kay 30 degrees at saka kay 60 degrees class. Sige. Then let's proceed with 45 degree angle. So the triangle here has 45, 45. This is 90. So kung 45, 45 to, the side opposite them are also equal. No? Dapat equal din itong dalawang sides na to. So kung gagawin nating A yan, this is B, this is C. No? So if A is 1, your B should be 1 also. Ang tanong, ano value ng C? By Pythagorean formula, C square is A square plus B square. I-substitute yung value. C square is 2. Square root niyan, square root of 2. So yung C ay square root of 2. Since you have the value for A and B and C, ano ngayon ang magiging sine 45? Ito yung reference mo. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. 1 over square root of 2. No? Ayan. Reciprocal ng 1 over square root of 2, rationalized form is square root of 2 over 2, no? Yung cosine 45, parehas lang. Kasi 1 over square root of 2 rin yun, no? Ang tangent is 1 over 1. Kaya nakuha yung 1 dito. Okay? So again, you get the reciprocal. You'll have these values here. So that completes the values of 30, 45, and 60 degrees angle. So the values are summarized here, no? Table of trigonometric functions, 30, 45, and 60. Sinama ko na yung 0, no? Remember, sine 0 is 0, cosine 0 is 1, no? So dun sa nauna natin. But again, we can have this one discussed later. So for now, ito yung 30, 45, 60 angles, special angles, no? So later on, kukumpletuhin natin yan, isasama natin yung quadrantal angles. Remember the quadrantal angles, 0, 90, 180, 270, and 360. No? So equivalent of 30 in radian is pi over 6, 45 is pi over 4, 60 is pi over 3. So I would suggest that you start memorizing the values, no? Sige. Balik tayo sa unit circle. The coordinates are 1 and 0, 0 and 1, negative 1, 0, 0 and negative 1. Okay? So, ito yung triangle natin. Ito yung point. Nag-drop ng line dito. We have the triangle. So, alam natin na kapag ang coordinates mo are x and y, ito ay x, ito ay y, radius natin ay 1. By definition of sine theta, your theta is here. It becomes y over r, simply y over 1. No? Yung cosine is x over 1. So, magiging ang sine theta ay y, ang cosine theta ay x over 1, it becomes cosine equals x. No? So, ibig sabihin, kapag unit circle ang pinag-uusapan, yung value ni x becomes the value of cosine theta. Yung value ni y becomes the value of sine theta. No? So, your tangent is y over x. So, lalabas, your y is sine, cosine is x. So, tangent is sine over cosine. Okay? Cosecant, reciprocal ng sine, no? Secant, reciprocal ng cosine. And your cotangent, reciprocal of tangent. So, natandaan class ha, si tangent ay magiging sine over cosine dito ha. Si cotangent ay magiging cosine over sine because you define sine theta to be x, I mean to be y, cosine theta to be x. Okay? Sige. So, with this definition, kunin natin ang trigonometric function values ng 0 degree. Remember that 0 degree is found on the positive side of the x-axis. So your coordinates for this point is 1 and 0. 1 stands for your x. 0 stands for your y. So x is cosine theta. Y is sine theta. Therefore, your cosine theta or cosine 0 is 1. Your sine 0 is 0. Okay? Sine 0 is 0. Cosine 0 is 1. Base dito. No? Para makuha si tangent, ano definition ng tangent? Sine over cosine. Sabi ko kanina, di ba? Sine over cosine. 0 over 1. Which is 0. Okay? So, i-reciprocal natin si sine. Magiging 1 over 0. Cosecant. 1 over 0 is undefined. I-reciprocal ko si cosine, I'll get secant. 1 over 1 is 1. I-reciprocal ko si tangent, magiging 1 over 0, which is undefined. So these are the values of your 6 trigonometric function of 0 degree. Okay? Now, next, punta tayo sa 90, no? Sa 90, x is 0, y is 0. So x is cosine, y is sine. So this is cosine 90, 0. Sine 90 is 1. So ang sine 90 natin ay equal sa 1. Okay? Ang cosine 90 ay 0 based on that coordinates. Tama? Ang tangent ay sine over cosine. That's 1 over 0. Makes it undefined. Okay? We get the reciprocal of cosecant. Reciprocal nito, it's 1. No? Reciprocal ng cosine, 0 over 1, undefined. Reciprocal ng tangent, 0 over, sorry, secant is 1 over 0, no? Which is undefined. Cotangent, when you get the reciprocal of tangent, it becomes 0 over 1, which is 1. So again, these are the values of 90 degrees angle. Let's proceed with 180 degrees. Ito yung 180 nandito. This is your sine. This is your cosine. O, baliktad, no? This is your cosine 180. This is your sine 180. So sine 180 should be equal to 0. Your cosine 180 should be equal to -1. Okay? Your tangent 180 is sine over cosine y over x. 0 over -1. It's 0. Again, you get the reciprocal of the other three functions. So we have the values here. Okay? Kompletuhin natin si 270. This is sine 270. This is cosine 270. Okay? -1. Cosine 270 is 0. Tangent is sine over cosine. -1 over 0. Undefined. No? We get the reciprocal. Cosecant is -1. Secant is undefined. Tangent is reciprocal of tangent is undefined, or sorry, 0 over -1, no? Which is 0. So again, these are the values. So dito, I have the summary. Ito yung mga values kanina na sinolve natin for 0. Ito yung 30, 45, 60. Ito yung sa 90, we have it summarized. So 180 sa 270. Bakit ako nagkaroon ng 360? Hindi ko naman sinolve. Si 360 at saka si 0 are on the same terminal side. So yung values nila parehas lang. No? Wait. Bakit? Let's double check this part, no? So, ano sabi natin kay 0 degrees kanina? Ayun. So, ang undefined ay si cosecant at saka cotangent. So, 0. Cosecant at saka cotangent. Balik lang natin, ha? Cosecant at saka cotangent. Ayun. Tama? So, ibig sabihin, mali tayo dito. No? So, you have to check this. Kung mali ang nailagay nating values. Dapat undefined ito. No? So, the value here should be 1. Baliktad. Okay? So, we have to correct this. Sige. Okay tayo? So, ibig sabihin, for now, gagamit ka ng table, gagamit ka ng circle. Pwedeng gawin yon, ha? Okay. Pag nilagay ko sa unit circle yon, natatandaan nyo kanina, yung value ng cosine at saka ng sine. 45, value ng cosine, value ng sine. Value ng cosine, value ng sine para kay 60 degrees. Okay? So, magkakaroon ka na ng coordinates ngayon dito sa circle mo. Okay? Dito sa kabila, dahil nasa second quadrant, yung value na to, kokopyahin mo lang dito. Yung value na to, kokopyahin mo lang dito. Yung value na to, kokopyahin mo lang dito. No? Pero magpapalit ka ng sign. Kasi sa second quadrant, ang x ay negative. Ang cosine ay negative. Okay? So dito, ganun din. Ito, kopyahin dito. Ito, kopyahin dito. Ito, kopyahin dito. Pero sa third quadrant, magiging negative. Ito, ito, at ito. So negative lahat. No? So pagdating sa kabila, ganun din. Kopyahin ito, at saka ito. Ito, at saka ito. Ito, at saka ito. Pero sa fourth quadrant, yung y lang ang negative. Ibig sabihin, yung x ay positive. Remember that x is your cosine. Okay? So that's how you will complete your unit circle. Clear tayo? Sige. So hopefully, when I give you exercises, you should be able to draw this and complete the given values. Lahat ng values dito kailangan maikabit ninyo. Okay? Sige. Find the sixth circular function of pi over 4 radian. O, paano ko kukunin si sine pi over 4, cosine pi over 4? Ito yung unit circle. Nasaan si pi over 4? Ito, oh. Remember, this is your cosine, this is your sine. So, susulat mo na lang yan. No? Cosine pi over 4, square root of 2 over 2. Sine pi over 4, square root of 2 over 2. Tangent pi over 4 is sine over cosine. Tama? Which will be equal to 1 when you simplify. Cosecant, reciprocal nito. I-reciprocal mo. Pag ni-reciprocal, eto lalabas. Cosine, i-reciprocal mo. Ito rin ang lalabas. Ang cotangent, i-reciprocal mo, 1 din ang lalabas. No? So you should be able to get the value. So ibig sabihin, if you know the unit circle, you should be able to determine the values, no, of your special angles. You don't have to memorize. No? Si sine and cosine lang ang tatandaan. Okay? Questions tayo? Para dito, class? Wala. Sigurado? Mukhang sirihan na lang ang walang tanong. Kumusta yung iba? Sige. Wala. Mukhang yung iba natulog na, no? Gising pa ba lahat? Okay. So, starting Thursday, pagpasok natin sa klase, ano yung dala-dala natin dapat? Ano yung baon natin? We need to wear face mask, ha? Magsuot na ng face mask. Walang papasok na walang face mask. So as early as now, maghagilap na tayo ng face mask. Better safe than sorry. Mahirap magkasakit. So influenza virus, it's a flu. So pagka naka-acquire tayo niyan, it will take 7 days bago gumaling. So ibig sabihin, you'll be absent for 7 days in class. So you'll be missing a lot, di ba? So remember, there are only 3 weeks left before the final exam. Konti na lang titiisin natin. Tapos na grade 11 ninyo, she'll be in grade 12. Wow. You'll be in the second sem pala, not in grade 12. No? I know you're excited to take your calculus. Basic calculus, no? Sige. Now let's proceed with the next part of the discussion. Pagkuha daw ng reference angles, no? For any non-quadrantal angle theta in standard position, the reference angle theta is bar theta, no? Reference angle in symbol is bar theta. Is the acute angle formed by the terminal side of theta and the x-axis. The reference angle theta or bar theta of a given angle based on the quadrant where theta lies can be computed using the following formulas. Okay. Kapag gusto nating makuha ang reference angle ng given angle, you need to determine the quadrant where that angle is. Now, kapag ang theta mo ay nasa first quadrant, ang reference angle mo would be the same angle. No? So, ang reference angle daw dapat laging acute angle. When you say acute angle, it's always less than 90. Ha? Kapag ang terminal side ng angle theta ay nasa second quadrant, ang formula na gagamitin ay 180 minus theta. No? 180 minus theta or pi minus theta. Kapag nasa third quadrant, baliktad. Theta minus 180. No? Para makuha ang reference angle. And then, sa fourth quadrant, it will be 360 minus theta or 2 pi minus theta. Sige. So, illustrate natin isa-isa yan, ha? Kapag nasa first quadrant, ang sabi, ang reference angle natin. Reference angle ko, yung kulay pula, ha? Ang theta ko, yung kulay blue. If your theta is in the first quadrant, your reference angle is also on the first quadrant. So, yung blue at saka yung red has the same measure. Parehas lang ang sukat ng reference angle. So, kung ang theta ay blue, si red ay bar theta. Okay? Next, kapag ang angle theta natin ay nasa second quadrant, ito yung theta ko ha, yung blue. Ang reference ko, ito, para makuha mo yung reference angle, ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, na your bar theta should be 180 minus theta. No? Ito yung formula. 180 minus theta. Next. Sige. Kapag ang angle ko 60, nasa first quadrant, ang reference angle ko, ang bar theta ko ay 60 din. No? Kapag ang theta ko ay 150, ang 150 ay nasa second quadrant, ano ngayon ang magiging bar theta ko? Your bar theta is 180 minus 150. No? Which is 30 degrees. So sabi natin, ang reference angle ay less than 90. It's an acute angle. So tama yun nakuha dito. No? Okay, next. Third quadrant naman ang terminal side. So the blue angle is your theta, the red angle is your bar theta. So bar theta is theta minus 180. No? Kapag nasa fourth quadrant, your bar theta is 360 minus theta. Example, 225 ang theta. Ano magiging bar theta? 225 minus 180, which is 45 degrees. Again, 45 is acute. No? Dito, if your angle is 330, the reference angle of 30 degrees is 360 minus 330, which is 30 degrees. Nakasunod tayo sa pagkuha ng reference angle, class. Sige. So, summarize natin uli. First quadrant, your reference angle is the same. No? Sa second quadrant, that should be pi minus theta or 180 minus theta. Sa third quadrant is theta minus pi or theta minus 180. Sa fourth quadrant, pi minus theta or 360 minus theta. No? Ulit lang natin. Determine the reference angle of the angle corresponding to each of the given angle. So simulan natin sa 140 degrees. Ang 140 ay nasa second quadrant. Tama ba? So ang formula ay 180 minus theta. So that's 180 minus 140. Reference angle is 40 degrees. 260. So ang 260 ay nasa ang quadrant? Nasa third quadrant. So it's 260 minus 180 or theta minus 180. No? So 80 degrees ang bar theta natin sa 260. Okay? Sa letter C, 65. Ang 65 ay nasa first quadrant. Anong sabi natin? Your bar theta is the same as your angle. No? Next, letter D, 340. Ang 340 nasa fourth quadrant. Ang formula ay 360 minus theta. Your theta is 340. So, reference angle is 20 degrees. Sa tingin nyo, papasa pag pinakuha kayo ng reference angle sa quiz natin? Okay, sige. So, madali lang to, ha? Ang kasunod, find the exact value of the following functions using reference angle. Cosine 150. How do you find the value of cosine 150? Okay? So, wala tayong trigonometric function value na 150 dun sa table, di ba, kanina? Ang meron ka lang, 0, 30, 45, 60, at saka 90. Tama ba? 180 to 70 at saka 360, di ba? So, ang gagawin ko, gagamitan ko ng reference angle ito. Ano ang reference angle ng 150? Can you type the answer? Reference angle ng 150. Ang 150 ay nasa second quadrant. Kapag nasa second quadrant, anong gagawin? 180 minus 150. So, ang reference angle ay 30 degrees. Huh? Ayan. 180 minus 150 is 30 degrees. So, ang cosine 150 daw ay equal sa cosine 30. Okay? Pero sandali lang. Sabi mo, ang 150 ay nasa ang quadrant? Nasa second quadrant. Ang 30 nasa first quadrant. Sa second quadrant, ang cosine ay negative, di ba? Sa first quadrant, positive to. So they are not equal. Tama ba? Pero para mag-equal yan, gagawin mong negative to. Gagawin nating negative to. Huh? So this should be negative here. Okay? So remember, what is cosine 30? Square root of ano value ng cosine 30? May nakakatanda ba? Doon sa table of values natin? Wala na. Sige. Balikan natin. Ito. Ang 30 ay ito. Ang cosine ay square root of 3 over 2. Di ba? Square root of 3 over 2. So, ibig sabihin, nasaan na tayo? Dito. Ayun. Square root of 3 over 2. Pero sabi natin, this should be negative dapat. No? Square root of 3 over 2 natin ay negative sa second quadrant. So, ang tanong, tama ba? All signs teachers are cute. All signs. Sign is the only positive thing in the second quadrant. So, it's correct to say that your cosine is negative. Okay? What about finding secant 7 pi over 4? So, ano reference angle ng 7 pi over 4? So, ulitin ko, since you do not, hindi nyo kabisado ang radian measure, i-convert natin yan sa degrees, no? But definitely, that's less than 2 pi, no? So, sa formula nakikita ninyo, sinubtract 7 pi over 4 sa 2 pi, nakakuha ng pi over 4. So, ibig sabihin, this should be the same as secant pi over 4. Okay? So, which is actually square root of 2. So, hanapin mo ang 7 pi over 4 nasaan? Ito, oh. That's 315 degrees. This is your cosine, this is your sine. No? Ang secant ay reciprocal ng cosine, which is this one. So cosine is positive on the fourth quadrant, therefore this is positive. Nakasunod ba tayo? Sige. So, ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, your cosine 150. 150 is here. This is the value of your cosine. So, ito yung nakuha natin kanina. Ha? Tapos, sa 7 pi over 4, secant, di ba? Reciprocal ng cosine yan. When you get the reciprocal of cosine, you'll get positive square root of 2. Okay? Sige. Exact value of tangent 225. Paano gagawin? 225 minus 80, it's actually 45. So tangent 225 is the same as tangent 45, which is actually equal to 1. So tingnan natin, where is 225? Ito. Tama? Where is 45? Ito. Ang tangent niyan ay sine over cosine. Parehas lang, di ba? Pag dinivide mo 1. Ito, parehas negative. When you divide it, it's equal to 1. Okay? May question tayo para dito? Pagkuha ng reference angle, paggamit ng reference angle. Okay, wala daw. Sige. Kung may activity tayo. It's already 10:54. So, let's wrap up. No? So that's actually the last part of our discussion. And hopefully, when we return to school tomorrow, and our meeting will be on Thursday, you should be able to do the exercises I'll be giving you. Okay?